समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट का क्या करूं।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के एसआईपी का टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
क्या? समझ में नहीं आया।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स का एसआईपी टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
अब समझा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.
Under fire from the Supreme Court over NEET-UG paper leak, the government told the apex court last week that Prime Minister Narendra Modi was personally supervising this issue. This formulation is problematic on three counts, even as the Prime Minister maintains a studied silence on this issue. First, it's a rather predictable attempt to use PM Modi's popularity and goodwill to counter what's widely seen as a gross systemic failure. He may be coated with titanium, but in politics, even super metals can corrode. There was a time when former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh was called Teflon coated, given his untainted personal integrity amid a flurry of scams in his government. But that personal image could not make up for his government's failures in the 2014 general elections. 3 years later, his successor was taking a jibe at him in the Rajya Sabha. And I quote him, I'm quoting PM Modi, Dr. Sahab is the only person who knows the art of bathing with a raincoat on, unquote. There is no comparison between the two, of course. The point here is that the UPA government's failures ended up eroding Manmohan Singh's Teflon coating. Using PM Modi's name to counter the public backlash over irregularities and lapses in examinations is therefore a desperate and risky strategy. Senior Congress leader and chairman of the Parliamentary Committee on Education, Digvijay Singh, said on Saturday that the opposition was demanding Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation until now. If the paper is leaked under the PM's watch, we will have to ask for the PM's resignation. That was Digvijay Singh. The second problem with the government's message on the NEET paper leak is that it would end up lending credence to the opposition's contention about Pradhan's competence. Does PM Modi not trust his education minister to fix the problem? Given that Pradhan has been a part of the Modi cabinet since May 2014, holding important portfolios, a sudden lack of confidence in his abilities comes as a surprise. That leads to the third problem. PM Modi is not known to give in to the opposition and throw any of his cabinet colleagues under the bus. If he has to personally supervise what his minister is entrusted to do, it makes that minister's place in the cabinet untenable. And if the Prime Minister starts holding his ministers accountable for their supervisory neglect and failures, where will the buck stop? There's a long list of such lapses, from train accidents killing hundreds of people to the economic mess, the Manipur crisis, you name it. To add just one more, as I mentioned in my last episode also, if the JP Nadda-led health ministry had not opposed a computer-based format for NEET-UG, the paper leak could probably not have happened. PM Modi would find it difficult to single out a hardcore loyalist such as Pradhan when many of his colleagues went scot-free for graver lapses. How PM Modi, who completed 12 years in office on the 26th of May, goes from here would be keenly watched, because it could give an inkling of his plans for 2029 and beyond. Unlike many opposition leaders, the BJP leadership understands the message from the 2024 Lok Sabha elections that brought the party's tally down to 240. They also know that the subsequent successes in the assembly elections were not about brand Modi's resurgence. They were about Home Minister Amit Shah's electoral strategy and management and rival parties' failings. There is no evidence to suggest that the Modi government has gotten more popular since the last parliamentary elections. The instant virality of the Cockroach Janata Party, CJP, on social media is just one pointer. The Gen Z may not be enamored of any opposition leader today, but their love for PM Modi seems to be waning as official employment figures fail to match their lived realities. The headwinds confronting the economy don't seem to be drifting away anytime soon. A weak monsoon forecast is another big dampener. As it is, defense or foreign affairs is no longer very exciting politically. Not enough to override people's day-to-day concerns in the foreseeable future at least. PM Modi has two options today. He can continue to rely on the Congress and other opposition parties to keep giving walkovers to the BJP. He remains the most popular leader. He has an election wizard in Amit Shah who has turned the BJP into a juggernaut. The RSS has huge grassroots network and unceasing supply chain of ideologically committed cadre can ensure a head start in any election. PM Modi can bank on his luck too. The Indian economy had been decelerating for 8 quarters from March 2018 to March 2020 before the pandemic, but the coronavirus took the blame. Similarly, the Indian economy was staring at a crisis long before the Middle East conflict began. The US, Israel, and Iran must take the blame now. All these factors combined can be quite heady and make any leader complacent. Can you blame PM Modi if he decides to let it be? At 75, why try new things and disturb the status quo? He can wait and see how things unfold by 2029. It's a risky option though. What may look like a manageable drift in governance can often lead to precipitous falls in politics. Remember what happened in 2011? Barely 2 years after the Manmohan Singh government got a renewed mandate, there was an economic slowdown with a decelerating growth rate, a decline in private investment, capital flight, stagnant exports, and a falling rupee. Policy paralysis suddenly became a buzzword. Does it ring a bell? Listen to what the economists are saying today. It was also in 2011 that Anna Hazare's anti-corruption movement caught the fancy of millions, especially the youth. One wonders if Abhijit Dipke of the CJP is studying the 2011 movement as he plans to return to India later this week. The point is, the Manmohan Singh government could not recover after 2011. The references to 2011 are certainly not intended to suggest any parallel today. All I'm driving at is that governance drift can be precipitous if not arrested immediately. PM Modi is of course not PM Singh, nor is the BJP the Congress. That's why one may expect Modi to go for the second option. Unleash a new wave of reforms instead of looking for excuses in foreign factors. And fix accountability in governance, which is certainly not the same thing as personal supervision. Cut to the dead wood. How can PM Modi entrust the crucial micro, small and medium enterprises MSME ministry to 81-year-old Jitanna Majhi, whose only claim to fame is the public appeal to his party colleagues to take commissions in constituency development funds? Check how many days H.D. Kumaraswamy, the Minister of Heavy Industries and Steel, spends in Delhi and how many hours in his office when he's here. And what does it tell us about priorities when the crucial ministries of power and housing and urban affairs are entrusted to Manohar Lal Khattar, who had to be removed as Haryana Chief Minister due to non-performance? Not to mention Giriraj Singh, who is helming the crucial Textiles Ministry. There are many other gems in the cabinet. Unless PM Modi intends to personally supervise them too, he needs to let them go. That is, if he is looking beyond 2029. Before I wind up this episode of Politically Correct, let me make an appeal to you. We need your support to pursue independent, objective journalism. So please do subscribe to us. If you're already a subscriber, please don't forget to renew your subscription.